And so here it is then. It is pretty much done. As you can see, I went with the donated cabinet that I got. I installed the logo badge in the right place. I've put it all back together and it works and it sounds great. And I am super happy with the way this thing turned out. Now, this is not the final video in the series, but there have been some delays in getting the other cabinet done, but also the speaker cabinet that I had commissioned. So what my plan was to, when the whole rig was here, was to do a proper demo with you, get some great players in, show off the amp, do the whole thing, the whole deal, right? But that hasn't happened yet. We're now approaching the end of February. It's not really a Christmas special anymore, is it? So where are we going to go with it? Well, it's now essentially done. I can play with it, I can record with it, I can do all sorts with it, but as far as this video is concerned, or this video series I should say, we're not quite there yet. I'm still on the hunt for the correct knob for the master. The one that was again donated to me is close, but it's not quite right, so I'm still on the hunt for one of those. But overall it's ended up as a great little project. We measured it at 130 watts output on the scope, which is perfect. A lot of reports online say these things will actually struggle to do 100 watts clean, and the 100 watt version by today's standards only does 80 watts. So to get 130 watts out of it is really good. I'm mega happy with that. But it works and it sounds great. Yeah, and I've been having a great time playing it. So when the new cabinet, when the speaker cabinet arrives, we will do some proper sound samples, some demos, show off the full range of sounds on it. For guitar, this thing is brutally loud. It is insane. So I'm glad I'm not using it for guitar, and it's my dedicated bass amp. I'm really happy with it. Questions. What am I going to do with the original cabinet that again is being recovered and regrilled? Well, this is a silver panel amp. And if you go back in time, the black panel basements, which were the AA 864 and the AB 165s, were only available as 50 watters. There never was a 100 watt version. So I think it would be really cool if I built a 100 watt AA 864. So that's going to be the plan for that cabinet. It's essentially a twin reverb chassis, so I'm going to have to repurpose one of them. You can buy blank ones, but again, as we discovered with this thing, the thickness of the metal is too thin for the blank one, so I'm going to use a twin reverb chassis, going to fill in all the holes we don't need or cover those up somehow, and I'm going to build myself a 100 watt AA 864 black panel basement. So that'll be it, and then I have two really cool basement heads. So this project is now pretty much on hold until the speaker cabinet turns up, and then I shall resurrect it from the dead. Who knows how long that will be, but we will get there. We will get there. And of course, as most of you who've been watching my channel recently know, I've got another project on the books, which is my silver panel ultra linear or distributed load for the pedants out there. 70 watt super reverb. So that's going to be the next thing. That might not appear on the channel for a while because I might do something different with that in terms of how I present that to you on YouTube. But yeah, this one's all done now. I'm really happy with it. Sounds great. It's turned out great. It's really satisfying to bring an amp back from the dead, from the condition that this one was in. Obviously stored somewhere damp, with the chassis outside of the cabinet, so it was filled with all that feces and urine and stuff, and to get it back to where it is now, where it's quiet, it's noise free, it's got character, it's toneful, and you could quite happily gig this in any situation, to be honest. I don't see a venue where, well, other than really loud on mic gigs, where you couldn't gig this. Perfect. And you know what? It's not too heavy as well. So we'll leave it at that. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate to everyone that tuned in over the Christmas period and has stuck with me through this. It was really fun to do. I would, on a side note, I am keeping my eye out. I've got my feelers out to see if anyone's got a faceplate that's in better condition than this one, but I do kind of like it. I think it's great. It's certainly got some vibe to it. But we're now in an appropriate cabinet. It's up and working. It puts out really good power, and it was a great little project to go through. So we'll catch you at the next one.